Hi, my name is Egon Duka. I do parkour and I like to talk about it. You're watching episode 3 of Parkour Nerding, and in this one I'll speak about how to get better at prepping for difficult challenges. Prepping is the stage between deciding you want to do a challenge and actually attempting it. So in between, we've got preps. These are steps that athletes can take to prepare themselves for their chosen challenge. Some preps are safety precautions like sweeping away glass. Other preps are purely mental, but I would say the majority of preps are ways to test your abilities against the challenge indirectly in order to reassure yourself that you're good enough to do it safely, or in some cases that today isn't the day because you're not ready or you're not feeling it for some reason. Prepping is not unique to parkour, but parkour athletes are the masters of preps. I don't think there's a sport out there which uses as many types of preps as frequently as we do. And if you do parkour, your ability to prep and think of preps can be your most valuable tool. I'm going to go through 3 things that could level up your prep game. The first is familiarizing yourself with the kinds of preps you could do. I did a bunch of thinking and with the help of a few friends, created a list of all the different categories of preps. I'm sure this list is not complete, but it is very fleshed out and it covers just about everything you're going to see in parkour. The second way you could level up your prep game is by remembering to commit. That probably sounds obvious, but I see all the time someone's got a scary challenge, they've tried 1 or 2 preps, and now they're just failing to commit over and over when there's still 5 other preps they could be trying. When we're training, it's really easy to forget that you can prep and to forget the kinds of preps. So keeping this tool at the forefront of your mind, remembering to prep when you need it, would totally be a game changer for some people. Additionally, in the same way that you have parkour vision for noticing movement in a spot, you've also got prep vision, which you can absolutely develop through practice. And you don't have to just rely on what the spot offers in the way of preps, because you can make your own. Personally, I like to bring a stick of sidewalk chalk to almost every session and just draw my preps on the ground. But you can do that with twigs or leaves, and people build setups all the time with plywood boards and other random junk they find lying around the city. Last piece of this tip is don't prep when you don't need to. Everybody knows that one dude who is trying a challenge that's really easy for them. Maybe they've done it many times before, but they've developed a dependence on a certain prep to break through the mental barrier and get it done. I certainly believe that over prepping consistently will make you worse at committing to things. And so use your best judgment, obviously, but I think it's a good practice to sometimes, on certain challenges, try to commit with no prep at all, or using as few preps as possible. The third way you could be better at prepping is by using the right prep for the occasion. This requires that you identify what is it that's difficult about this specific challenge, or what is it that's scaring you. And there are so many things that can make a challenge hard. I couldn't list half of them if I tried, but a couple of the common ones are awkward run-up or takeoff, precise foot placement or hand placement, the power required, the impact you've got to take, unfamiliarity with a move, unfamiliarity with the surface, maybe there's a nasty drop on undershoot or the overshoot that you don't want to take. On most challenges, there's a whole slew of things that make it hard, but you should be able to identify the biggest one or a couple of the biggest ones, and then just do the preps that address those issues. This distinction has been so helpful for me. I hope it's helpful for you if you aren't already doing it consciously. And thank you for watching the video. As always, like the video if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, you are still allowed to like the video. Also, comment if you got any questions. I love reading and replying to comments, so if you leave me a good question, I will happily write you paragraphs in response. In addition to questions, comment feedback for me and comment topics you want to see me cover in future videos. Then share the video with your friends or your students. And finally, subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss my next upload. I love you. Goodbye. Oh, I missed it.